can't really know until those people.
It's smells sweet. Like I smell like a
Thank
sweet
you.
something.
Yes.
Are you working on or
And could it be?
no,
Could it be ice cream cone? It smells almost like waffle cone. Smell.
Right, it says why I can see everybody. Hello everyone, goodbye everyone. Okay. I still smell my shirt.
And now, because it's just become a, we have no way of knowing if anyone's on or gets that, tells us.
It will. I'll come back in
Yeah,
later.
but right now, there's nobody on the scene.
You will?
I have no on, we need to present it to them.
No.
The only thing I'm thinking is if someone wants to, because it's recorded,
It usually goes on YouTube.
yeah, it's usually automatically recorded.
Probably should then.
Yeah, and it's 5 o'clock, so let's start. Okay, I present Johnson Central School 25-26 school budget. If everyone puts that on the finance committee, those committee members are listed there. So we break the budget down every year into cost centers, and we'll go through each of those. We'll talk about the 3 sections that New York State asked us to break the budget into. We will also do a budget comparison from past year's revenue, a revenue summary, and then the actual ballot, voting ballot, what that will look like, and the school board candidates that are running for seats. This first slide shows the different cost centers that we have broken the budget into. If you look at the center circle, that is our overall budget for the 25-26 school year. And then all the bubbles that go around are the different cost centers that we've broken into, and then the slide will go through those. The state, again, the state asks us to break the budget into 3 components. You have the administrative, the program component, and the capital component. And those are the totals of each of those sections of the budget. Now I'm going to talk about, again, to go back and look at those circles that go around the budget. We start with the administrative component and those sections that are connected to that. Many of the sections have gone up a very little. We look at a 3% increase for most sections. There are sections that I'm going to talk a little bit more about that have seen either a decrease or increase due to specific reasons. The first one that I'd like to point out is central administration. That is in my office, and all the things in my office with my secretary and the expenses in that office. You do see a decrease in that, and that is due to an expected retirement next year in that area. Finance, which is below that, that is the business office. And again, you're going to see a decrease there. And what we've done is over the past couple of years, we've been in a good amount of training. So we've brought people back with the experience and knowledge. And we are getting to the point where now we feel that our business officials is getting a bit more on things. So we anticipate less training in the future. So that number has come down. Legal and publication costs will remain the same. Central services, again, has gone up a little bit due to increases in normal day-to-day living. And then the same with the special items, expense including property. Instructional administration, here's another area, which is the principal's office. And due to an expected retirement, we do expect a decrease in that overall budget, but this area does include the principal, the office personnel, training and supplies, and testing materials. And then employee benefits, and you're going to see an increase in this area Our health insurance did see quite an increase this year. There's two areas within the budget that we put that increase in. We put it those two areas. So this is an area, and this does include some of the teacher and other employees benefit increases. We then jump into the program component. This is the component that you look at when you're thinking about the actual teacher regular and special education. And so the teaching of regular school, you see an increase or a decrease there due to the fact that we do have two teacher retirees, and we do not replace those teaching positions. Yes. The next, you see special programs, and what you see there is, again, you see a decrease, and that's an area where you have students that disability, that are educated here, and other special education costs. Next year, we do anticipate there will be at least a few students and teaching a special school again, a little bit of education. Yeah. Instructional media. This is the area where our librarian and teaching assistant and supplies out of that area. But more importantly, and really the larger cost in this area is the WAN, which is our school internet. And there is a cost for the WAN and the support from both of you in order to keep our internet up and all the servers and things like that. And the last one in this area is the pupil personnel services, and this is where our guidance counselor, psychologist, social worker, and our athletics. And again, you'll see an increase, but this is more of a natural. Transportation, as you can imagine, this is the bus drivers, the diesel fuel, in all those areas. And we've just seen an increase over the last 7 years in all of those areas. So we have increased this number to reflect those increases. Community services have stayed the same. And employee benefits, this is that other area that we talked about before, that we do put the remainder of the increase of benefits. We had about $500,000 increase in health. Capital component, this is really now looking at the buildings themselves and maintaining the buildings. So that first area is an area where you're seeing custodians and maintenance for the buildings and keep the building up and running. And we do see an increase in this area because, again, over the last few years, we have seen the electric and the gas and those utilities increase pretty dramatically. So you do see an increase in that number. Undistributed, that is an area that we do put some money into the school lunch, breakfast and lunch program, and it transfers to special aid funds. And the last one is our debt service of our building projects to the location in this area. Budget comparison, if you were to take the last 6 years, this shows the last 6 years of our budget and our budget percent increases. This year, we're looking at a 2.53% increase. And if you look at the 6-year average, it was 2.89. But the 2.53 reflects 326,000. Now I'm going to give it over to Ms. Hudson to take over the revenue.
Okay, so this first slide shows our state aid revenues. The first category is foundation aid, which we're going to receive $2,884,828 next year, which is a 2% increase over last year. The other 8 categories below that are all expense-based aids, so they're determined by prior year expenses. The total state aid expected is $4.1 million. This shows a 6-year comparison of the tax levy. Our anticipated tax levy for 25-26 is $6,928,145, which is a 3.17% increase, which is below the allowable tax levy limit, and that equates to a $212,688 increase over last year. This is just a revenue summary, so it compares last year's revenues to the upcoming year. State aid is the slide we just talked about, and as well as the tax levy. Miscellaneous revenue includes things like federal aid, interest, and fund balance. So then you can see at the bottom where it equals the $13.2 million that is on expense side, and that gives us the balance that you're saying. This is the voting ballot. The voters will see when they come to vote on May 20th. And it has the amount $13,219,898. This is a list of school board candidates. We currently have 5 candidates who are running for seats on the board. The way this will work is there are 3 seats available. The first 2 candidates with the highest amount of votes will be given 3-year terms. The third highest candidate with the third highest amount of votes will get a 1-year term to finish off the seat of a race for April 9. And then this is just information on our budget vote. It will be Tuesday, May 20th, from noon until 8 p.m. outside the gymnasium here at school. And we hope to see everyone then. Thank you so much.
Any questions? Thank you.